Hey guys, what's going on? Let me know how the volume is. Is everything good? Voice to music to whatever I got going on. Hopefully I even have the right music on. I could have something totally random happening right now and not even realize it. So, how's everyone doing? It is Saturday and stingy. Thank you very much for the... Oh, I gotta scroll back up to see what that was. 20 NOC donation. So, I do have something for you here. Is it bacon? I don't know yet. We'll do a quick check here right now. Where is... Oh, I'm not used to this. Oh, here it is. Here we go. So here's the camera, guys. Hopefully you guys can hear this, see this, all that stuff. Oh, I got my game on my phone down there. So look what we got here. I did get some turkey bacon. So there is some butterball turkey bacon right there. So there we are. We got the Canadian leaf right there, so you can check that out. All good. So we got ourselves some bacon. I ran into town yesterday and picked this up for you. So hopefully you're excited for that. Bacon has arrived for Stingy. Nice. Good stuff. All right. Let me just put this down for a second right by the headset. Close that off. There. All right. We're set, I think. I hope. Oh, this is in the way. Turn it off. Hopefully I don't need that camera again because then I got to reset it all the way back up. Yes, we got the bacon for him. So how is everybody doing? I'm going to scroll up. We're going to do our quick roll call, see what's going on. Actually, you know what? Oh, do I have my intro on this one? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. All right, let's spin that intro, guys. There we go. I hit it. Nice. Yes, Kiss Ruckus intro. It's there. You know, sometimes I forget. I got too many buttons starting to go on here, but I still plan on adding more. But I got to start getting used to things. I'm not using OBS anymore. I'm using a different platform, and I'm just trying to get used to that. No, it's crazy stuff happening right now. Let's do a roll call. Who do we got here today? We got King Mining. We got Go Gazoo, MyTech, Johannes, Mano Miner, Red Putz, Ogre MGTOW, Ultracomb 619, Fudweiser, what's happening? Scott Berard, thank you very much for that 50 knock again. I'm scrolled way up, but it did pop up, so I'll see that in a second. Red Putz is on. Scrolling down. Red Putz, Dave Collins, Mike Baldwin, Ogre MGTW. Kiss Ruckus, Ultracomb, what do you got here? Sounds and picture got distorted and laggy. Recent factory settings on GPU. Sound is better. Running MSI Comb Buster for benchmark testing. Visually, the picture flow is stuttering a little bit. This stuttering right now, when I first started up the stream, I had my miners on and I failed. I don't know. Everything's messed up today, guys. I'm sorry. Just a miner, Fin 2. Automatic Beats, what's happening? Kim Larson. Or did I say that right? It just skipped. Oh yeah, Kim Larson, yeah. Omar Kafil, B Dennis, BDDE, what's happening? Cook 4015, Darren Kinsbury, Sling Buzz, B Dennis, White Arctic Walker, Magic Lucky, Graham Low. Oh my gosh. Canadian Bacon. Oh yeah, we're scrolling through that. We are back to the next one. I think I see Welco. What's going on? Scrolling back through. Where is... Oh, it just jumped. Thank you for the 50 knock. Finally, I am so happy now. I've never been so happy in my whole life. Thank you so much. There you go, Stingy. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Obviously, it sounds like you did. And for that bacon for you. So that's for you, 100%. How is your truck? What do you mean, how's my truck? I don't mean... What do you mean? How's my truck? Oh, truck! Guys, I'm not in Ottawa. I never was. I don't know why people think I am. That's insane. What's going on? It's crazy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good. Convoy 2022, don't let do that to crypto. Yeah, now I don't know, I was following that. It doesn't sound like they want to ban crypto. It's more like they're trying to freeze a set amount of accounts. Now obviously they can only do that on the exchanges like Coinbase and anything that is kind of government regulated that uses KYC. There's other ways around all that, which you all know about that. I probably can't really talk about it live because it's just probably not allowed. But obviously everyone knows it's crypto. There's ways around that type of thing. But yeah, when it comes to the most common type of exchanges that are in Canada and whatnot, yes, the government can regulate it and do as they please or whatever. Let's get to the point, bro. Take crypto away. It's the same. Smash the like button. Lots of red this week. Yeah, crypto's going down, guys. A lot of crypto's crashing right now. But you know what? Let's talk a little bit into the topics now. Ethereum 2.0. Obviously, it sounds like there's a potential chance that it is being delayed yet again. We talked about it a little while, past a little bit. Need my headset on when I get to this next part, but then I got the music, so I'm messed up here. Tenacious D, what are your thoughts on RTM making it onto a top 10 exchange with wrapped RTM, and do you expect price to pump if the 14 mil donation RTM is reached to enable the listing? Is it a top 10? I thought it was a top 20, unless I got AVN mixed up. Maybe I got something mixed up. But yeah, no, if it makes a top 10, that'd be great. Obviously, it'll bring more eyes, more people will see the coin, stuff like that. So, as more and more exchanges list, Raptorium and other coins, that has the potential for more people to start buying it and using it and whatever else, which is great for price discovery and everything. So, obviously it's positive news moving forward in that. Now, did you see the flurry of large ETH blocks about 1 hour back? No, I didn't. And I was not one of them. Darn it. No, I missed those ETH blocks. But, let's talk a little bit about, Ethereum 2.0 and what's going on in the future. We did see Bitsby tripping, have that prediction here is talk about. So if we don't see them say, they're freezing the code or, everything's set in stone pretty much for the merge, by mid-March, it's going to be obviously extended moving forward. Now, I don't know if you guys have been watching their stream lately on Twitch. They have that ETH Denver going on or something, but I recorded the Ethereum side of the clips. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I plan on kind of taking bits and pieces out of the whole thing and, making a complete video out of it. But in terms of what's all going on, I do have some clips here which we want to kind of look at. And this is one of them right here. Now, bear with me on trying to do this because I'm probably going to butcher it. So I want to pause the music actually for this part. And hopefully you guys can hear everything that they are saying. Scroll up. I'm going to adjust the desktop volume so you can hear this operation. And let's kind of see what's going on. So let's listen to this. If you're not sure what this is, well, here it is. This is where they're talking about the road to Ethereum 2.0. And I don't even know if I'm legally allowed to put this on here, but I guess we'll find out. All right, let's look into this.
Sure.
Let's talk about the difficulty time bomb for a minute. We keep pushing that out. Is that like the hard deadline? Like, will that be what finally pushes everybody into this, like to make?
Can you guys hear this?
So it just so
we know what the volume
that
works.
What we have right now is pretty auspiciously timed, because I think most people involved, with developing this stuff would say, yeah, like you said, Q3 or Q2 timeline for the merge.
Q3 or Q2 timeline. Now, if you know, quarters every 3 months. We got January, February, March. So March is first quarter. April, May, June, that's quarter 2. And then July, August, September is quarter 3. So they're already saying Q3, Q2. Throughout this whole thing, if you haven't seen it, they're actually stutter on a lot of things. And if you watch their body language, really, they don't know what they're actually trying to say. They're probably trying to remember what they've been scripted to kind of say. But let's just watch a little bit more here.
And that's when the next difficulty bomb will start going off, right? And it'll increase and increase.
How are we going to pull data? Does it change? And if so, how does it change?
Yeah, so I guess like Preston was saying, like the intention of the sort of design of the merge is to like have as little change as possible. So yeah, if you're a developer sort of at the application layer, there should be very little change. If you're an infrastructure provider running nodes, there will be some new things you need to do, but also it shouldn't be, it's not an ask beyond what you're really already doing. Yeah, and then there's different, I mean, that's kind of a broad question, but there's a lot of different ways that data will be available.
Like, what's next? Like, once this goes into effect, like, what is possible?
I'm just skipping through bits and pieces here.
Right, so the merge definitely sets the stage for all of the future Ethereum developments. I'd say like right now there's like two fires in the Ethereum house. One is this proof of work to proof of stake switch, and everyone is focused on that right now. But I think the next phase is going to be scalability and making sure that this can scale to like global commerce.
Anything else, Alex? Preston?
I think Cayman said it well. I don't
been building a system that, whales could take over. So how do you work around?
Oh yeah, this is interesting right here. This is very interesting part here. I totally forgot this part was in here. But remember how we talked about, you move to POS, all of a sudden the whales, majority of the Ethereum is in the devs' hands and their friends themselves. So this is where they kind of talk about how they're going to cancel, make it not be centralized and more of a decentralized platform. And, it's kind of funny what they're kind of telling us
the
here.
problem of centralization. Now, I assume that we haven't been building a system that, whales could take over. So how do you work around that? How do you brace for that? Any thoughts?
There are a number of ways. Sort of one obvious option is like the existence of staking pools. So what that will do is lower the barrier to entry in terms of capital requirements.
A staking pool, it'll lower the entry, but that doesn't say anything for a whale coming in and throwing money on the staking pools. Obviously, they're going to run their own nodes if you're a whale or an eth dev, but still, staking pool is not an answer. It's just another way for whoever has lots of money could throw money at Ethereum and stake it. Let's keep going on with this.
Instead of needing a 32 ETH deposit for a validator, you and 30 friends could put together 1 and some change ETH and run this thing. Then, yeah, again, we could spend the rest of the time talking about this topic in particular, but
or we could just spend the time of me looking like a complete idiot, is what he actually meant there.
essentially, proof of stake does not necessarily lead to increased centralization. There's a number of ways that it sort of, works against that, especially in Ethereum. One thing, for example, is that the return you get on your sort of, your stake as a validator is constant regardless of your size. Another one is that we have incentives and sort of, designs in the protocol that actually incentivize anti-correlation, meaning like there are incentives in the protocol such that you shouldn't centralize in various ways, which.
Oh, guys, you shouldn't centralize, but does that mean it's going to stop it? No, this guy is, whatever you think he's saying, take it out your own way, but, yeah, whatever.
Again, that's a very big word. But yeah, so bottom line is it's when people say that, it's pretty much FUD.
When people say that, it's FUD. If people say it could become centralized, it's FUD. And he gave no excuse why it's not going to be centralized. He just said, you can get your friends together. You guys could, do all this. It lowers the thing, but that doesn't stop anybody like a whale or an Ethereum dev buying a huge amount of Ethereum and overloading with all the staking pools. So he is 100% FUD, in my honest opinion.
So why did it take so long to happen? Like, was it harder than anticipated? Did challenges come up along the way? Ooh.
So a big thing is that
we're incompetent, is what he's going to try to say here.
at Ethereum, like a core value of the ecosystem is like working in public and open source and all this. And so what that means is that like anyone can like literally see, quote, how the sausage is made. Like it's all transparent on the internet, and that's the thing where I think people have just been following it so long, right? There's so much excitement around what we're doing with Ethereum and like the potential that it's like very exciting and engaging, and then you like dig in and you're like, well, wait, okay, there's like so much, it seems like noise. And like part of that is just like, how we aggregate is, again, as a community, like we do have this ethos of decentralization, and so sometimes that can look chaotic. But again, like we do it for a reason. The reason is that, it leads to like a more robust community over time.
Any other thoughts on that?
Yeah, research just takes time, and like Alex is saying, it's all open, so more have to start over from scratch.
I'm just going to scroll through some stuff here and find some more key points.
And technology where try the best we can.
Yeah. Now, there were incremental steps taken in like the last 9 months. I think about the London hard fork in August, Altair in October. Are there other like smaller incremental updates that'll happen before the bigger transition takes effect? Or anything to look out for?
Yeah, I don't see any. I mean, definitely everyone right now is very focused on the merge. For some reason the merge wouldn't happen before the difficulty bomb starts going off, then like we'd have to consider a fork to adjust that. But yeah, I think already
if it didn't happen, so obviously they're already thinking it may not happen.
we're considering, what happens after the merge and planning for that fork, codenamed Shanghai.
Vitalik tweeted a couple weeks ago that we should be careful about bridging between chains. We saw a wormhole happen. Do you think our future is multi-chain, or any thoughts on that?
You can think of them as the Filo Lab.
Where it'll make sense to sort of this network effect, but with security. Solana and Ethereum. And yeah, So until we
Articles talking about the so-called, the rival blockchains that are perhaps like faster or cheaper. There are obviously trade-offs that come with that. So do you have any thoughts on like a Solana as a competitor and how the migration might change that dynamic, or what does that express?
No. I mean, I have plenty of thoughts.
This is kind of interesting.
One thing here is that when people ask me these sorts of questions, I think they view this as almost like they view blockchains as like products that are competing in almost like the Web 2 sense, if we'll pull that terminology in. And that's not what we're doing here. Like, these are protocols, and that actually means something like pretty distinct and different. Yeah, that's all I'll say for that. I mean, generally, I want to view things as positive somewhere.
He doesn't want to pretty much admit that they're failing pretty much in terms of even the whole proof of stake aspect moving forward. That these other chains are doing better. He just doesn't want to say it up front and struggle.
And like to the extent I'm blanking on, but basically,
The work is really expensive.
Mental impact of proof of stake versus proof of work.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, proof of work is really expensive computational, right? What the way it works is that we have machines all around the world that are computing hashes and trying to solve this puzzle basically, and it's really energy inexpensive. So when switching to proof of stake, where it's just a fraction of the amount of energy, almost to the degree you could run it on like a cell phone or something of that caliber.
Hey guys, we can run Ethereum nodes on a cell phone, he says.
Reduction of the environmental impact that Ethereum has.
Right, you're going from data centers full of machines to a Raspberry Pi, basically.
Anything else you want to add?
I don't think I have anything to add. I mean, definitely, yeah. Like, it's just sort of like a paradigm shift, to use that phrase. So it definitely motivates.
Presumably by like ETH Denver 2023, this will have gone through. Will be smooth sailing.
This is funny. Watch their faces when we go through this part. They're talking about what would happen 1 year from now. What are they going to be talking about when they're sitting here again?
So what is the hottest topic going to be next year at the same conference?
With respect to the protocol, probably sharding. This is like
right here. This guy's looking at him. This is where the best meme would be right now, saying, should we tell them we're still going to be talking about ETH2? But they're talking about sharding. So they're thinking it's going to be at least another year until sharding from today's roadmap on, trying to get ETH2 out this year. So if you're unfamiliar with what's going on with sharding, that's when the gas fees and everything is actually supposed to start being lowered. So after the merge and everything's set, they still have all this other stuff to come in. And, the fees are still going to be extremely high on this proof of stake network until they get all the sharding and everything in place. So just when the merge happens, it moves over to proof of stake. Ethereum is still going to be a broken chain until they get the sharding, everything else implemented. And they're thinking, at this time next year, that's what they're going to be talking about. So Ethereum is far from getting cheap in terms of gas fees moving forward.
Like the next big upgrade we'd have planned. So yeah, there's sort of this trifecta of things we can think about in terms of improving the Ethereum protocol, security, sustainability, and scalability. And the move to proof of stake gives us kind of the first two, and then the next big one is like scaling the actual chain. So you want to have sort of larger capacity at the base layer, and sharding is sort of this high-level bucket, sort of group of techniques to
be the big topic. And agreed. So
a few more things here.
Like the financial bandwidth that Ethereum allows. So we're really overpaying miners right now, or overpaying for security. We're paying miners allows right now.
Let's listen to this.
So we're actually going to be cutting issuance when we do the merge. So we're really overpaying miners right now, or overpaying for security. We're paying miners, and when we get rid of these miners, we're going to be reducing issuance, kind of almost like a Bitcoin halvening of sorts, but kind of like 3 halvenings at once, like a triple halvening. And so that's just going to be a really interesting thing to see play out. Like, I don't know what that's going to look like, but something that people should know.
Some people should know. We don't know what it's going to do or what it's going to look like, but guys, this is something we should probably know. They're going to do a triple halvening. And I'm going to rewind, once I get to the end here, I'm going to rewind to the beginning on parts I skipped, but they're talking about the potential dual chain. So I'll do a quick sum up of what they're kind of talking about is when they actually do this, I think what's going to be happening when it first initially goes in, they're going to be running a dual chain. So we're going to have our mining side obviously still mining, but they're going to be testing the proof of stake side. So they're going to be turning switches on and off every once in a while. And then the blocks will be validated through, the proof of stake side while we're still mining. And then they're going to turn it off to see how it did. Is it implementing? Is everything working accordingly? Did something break? And, maybe some blocks took a lot longer than they should have, or they didn't go through or something. So this is going to be switches going on and off. So I think there's going to be a lot of issues moving forward, especially for gas fees. If blocks are taking longer or something's not working right, gas fees are really going to go through the roof. But I'll just kind of I'm just going to rewind it later on after we get to the questions that they give these guys and let them kind of explain what they're going to do moving forward. But it does sound like there may be a split chain rolling, at least for a little while during testing phases.
Yeah, with that, Ethereum actually becomes deflationary on issuance. So it's really great for the protocol. We've been
deflationary. That's one thing I wanted to bring up as well. Deflationary. When anything, it's almost like an inflationary act in terms of being used. As we know what's going on in everything here, I was looking at the Ethereum gas fees, and really it's costing you more to use fees. So technically it's more inflation to the users, but in terms of Ethereum itself, yes, you're burning off all your Ethereum for using the network itself, and then it's becoming deflationary. But at the same time, as a user, it's more like an inflation is what that burn is doing to you, in my point of view anyway.
Overpaying for security for so long. Cap of Ethereum.
Hi, thank you for taking
some
questions. And
questions.
this panel has been fantastic, so thank you. I'm interested in staking pools. I think that lots of folks are looking for liquid staking options, and the natural kind of first step might be an exchange, but a lot of us are concerned that maybe
staking on an
will accumulate a lot
exchange.
of power. If that's
What?
the case, if people stake through exchanges, what in your mind does a strong staking pool look like that lets people participate in liquid staking but kind of maintains the security and the vision of Ethereum?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a lot of interest in more decentralized staking pools, right? Especially ones where you retain custody, so not going to like Coinbase or Kraken or something like this. Some big players right now. There's Lido, which there's Lido, and then also like Rocket Pool would be another one. Yeah, it's certainly important. There's a ton of custody risk if you go to one of these centralized exchanges. Obviously, shard.
EWASM. I hope that's relevant for this discussion. I'm curious.
What is
Come
this?
on up. 3 minutes.
Hi, I'll keep this short and sweet. What's happening with EWASM? I hope that's relevant for this discussion.
Not sure what that is.
The future.
Compute need. You mentioned data centers now. So as we move to as
See
we
this
go
guy.
from POW to more of a POS, obviously there's a lot of compute need. You mentioned data centers now. As it becomes more distributed, is there still a need for compute at the edge, or does that go to like a person's home on the node, or like what is the distributed compute need as we move forward?
I know that there's already kind of a culture of people home staking. So if on Ethereum, there's the ETH staker subreddit. They basically try to get people to just be comfortable enough and be educated enough to be able to run their own node at home, and it's definitely possible. You can do it on a kind of a normal consumer computer.
Thank you three so much for your insight on what we
Earlier they were talking about cell phones and Raspberry Pis. Now they're talking about consumer computers. So yeah, it's a little all over the place.
can look forward to this year.
What it's going to look like.
I just want to find that
all
split
the-
chain
all
thing
the
here
core devs got
somewhere.
together, and we basically investing this process of switching in a real live network. So what it's going to look like, we're kind of testing that out right now, and we have actual software that's doing that. So we're feeling pretty confident about it.
Yeah, well, and I would say, I think
Doesn't sound very confident.
We've had long-running DevNets for a while. There's different sort of sprints, if you want to call them that, of the specs. And maybe it'll be helpful just to overview that process. Brief that in Ethereum is we have specifications. So I think a place where
Trying
there's
to
very
find
limited
that part.
testing environments, which is where we're at right now.
And the Beacon chain has been running since December of 2020. And so are we expecting to have two parallel chains
Right here.
for a while? What is that? What does
Parallel
that look like in
chains,
practice?
guys.
How long, how many months does this take to get everybody to the new chain?
Yeah, well, so the way it works, right, is that we will have a proof of work chain and a proof of stake chain. And so we have the mainnet proof of stake chain with the Beacon chain. And then there'll be, well, there are also proof of stake test nets. There are also proof of work test nets. And I guess when I'm talking about these testing environments, this is what I mean is that we can basically do some like, dry runs ahead of actual mainnet merge. And those will happen, those are ongoing and they'll be happening, with sort of more seriousness in the coming months, like 1 to 2 months, like soon, TM.
Well, and the entire idea of the merge is that we've taken the beacon chain software, we've taken like the eth+one software, geth type software, and the solution that we have is basically they're both going to be running alongside each other, but kind of talking together. So from kind of users of Ethereum, like not much is actually going to be changing. Just under the hood, now geth is talking, or now the execution layer is talking to the beacon chain. And vice versa.
Okay, now ETH2 is coming as practically a meme at this point. So when is it coming?
When it's ready. I mean,
when it's ready. So that pretty much sums up like what was going on there. So I'm curious, what do you guys think is actually going on with all this? Let's get the music back on. Get my headset off. I just blew my ears off. So there's some quick sum ups of that. I'm gonna try to put everything together into an actual video and stuff, whatnot for you guys in the future, because not everyone watches live streams, just you dedicated guys, obviously. But what do you guys think about everything they were saying there? And I don't even know if I was allowed to play that or not, but I guess I'll find out when the stream is over and if I get any emails or something. But it's very interesting. We're gonna have, it sounds like a dual chain, which they could just turn off and on either one at whatever time to have whatever one to start validating as their testing phase. It doesn't really have a clear picture how long it's going to be. They're all over the place on the roadmap. They have no actual I guess I don't even know how to say it. They have no actual implementation on how to prevent centralization, because really all they really said is we're trying to tell people not to be centralized. It doesn't make sense. Whoever has the most amount of money or the most amount of Ethereum is going to be running this whole complete chain. So obviously it's going to become a centralized thing moving into the future, as bad as as much as they keep trying to tell us it's not. And there's a lot of people out there that like to believe people like this, but as we know, don't believe those guys. It's very sketchy. Obviously, though, I think it's going to be delayed. It's going to be ready when it's ready. It's going to be here. You know what? This time next year, if they have their next event, I'm going to be laughing. And you know what? It's a great possibility that they're still going to be talking about, oh, we're almost ready for, the merge. It could happen. So do we have all year of mining still? It's a possibility. Are we going to have it? Are they going to have the merge in June or July? It's a possibility. It's looking a lot less like it could maybe be third or potentially even fourth quarter now. And if it starts dipping into that fourth quarter, then I highly, think it'll probably be next year, because then we're getting closer to Christmas and a bunch of holidays, and they're not going to do anything at that point in time either. But yeah, it's not looking good for Ethereum in my personal, opinion on moving forward. I don't really know those aren't really, obviously the core devs, but they're just the front-faced PR people that are working, platforms on there. But they got to be told what's going on so they can have their stuff ready for what's happening. What do we got here? Let's hit that like button, guys. We got 56 likes, 149 viewers. Smash that like button, guys. Be sure to do that. Hit that sub button, follow button. Follow me on the old Twitcher there as well, because I do random evening live streams. Now, what's the other thing here? Any of you guys out there, are you guys mining Firo, whatever you want to call it? Are you guys mining Firo? Any of you at all? Because you know what? They're starting to not like miners either. And I forgot to bring this one thing up because I wanted Firo Prog Pow. Where is it? Firo Pow is what it's called. Firo Pow. I forgot to bring this up. 2 miners hardcore. Yeah. So this is a very interesting thing right here somewhere. All right, let's get back to this so we can talk about that after. Bunch of hobgoblin gobble. Yeah. So as always, though, you got to prepare for Ethereum 2.0, obviously. Just, have the intention that it's coming, but, obviously it's probably not going to. I'm not standing here biting my nails and chewing my fingers off, going, oh my gosh, ETH is going to be gone. I don't think it's going to be, especially in the time frame they're trying to tell us. It's just like everything else. They're telling us one thing when really something is going on the side, and it's just not happening. So stay clear. Their PR stunts is the main thing, but just be ready just in case, because again, we never know what's actually happening on the chain itself. They're not really going to be telling us everything that's happening. Obviously, they want to keep it in the background, and Bits be tripping. Obviously, he can run this through the inside. He knows all about how these chains and everything works, and he is predicting if they don't tell us a free code freeze or anything by the middle of next month, so only like 2.5 weeks away, 3 weeks tops, if they don't announce, you know, like something big on the chain, we could expect it to be pushed back till at least, you know, the fourth quarter of next year, or this year, the fourth quarter of this year. So, you know, things are getting tight on there, and especially on the PR aspect. Are you running an S9 ASIC? No, I do not have any S9 ASICs myself. I'm ELF plus eth+2 at fun. You guys are ELF. I still have not done much of that dual mining thing. I'm solo mining eth. I still have not hit a block, guys. But I do want to run through these guys right here. And this is Firo. If you're unfamiliar what Firo is deciding to do now, they want to drop your block rewards. Not by a little bit. They're pretty much, you know, Conflux 2.0 happening all over again. If you don't know what happened to Conflux, they promised not to do any type of halving in the future after at least 4 years of their coin. So a lot of miners went over to them. You know, it was more profitable than Ethereum at the time, and it still would be if they wouldn't have done this, but they did this. So they went forward, and instead of halving, they right off the get-go did like a 3/4. I can't remember what the block reward and stuff were at the time, but for example, say the block reward was 10 and the halving would have been 5. They like swapped it down to 7 and dropped it right down to 2 is what they did. So I don't know what the numbers actually were, but that's pretty much what happened. So they dropped 3/4 of the mining revenue. All of a sudden the coin just token. They lied to all the miners and they said it was a community decision, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, they have a new thing going on here, and they're saying pretty much the miners are only their second chain. Their main chain is proof of stake. So right now, miners are currently getting 50% of the block rewards. And then the master nodes are getting 35% and the devs are getting 15%. This new proposal would put the master nodes at 50%, which in theory it makes sense because if that's the majority of how they're validating their network, okay, whatever. 15% will go to the dev fee, 15% will go to the community matching fund so they can develop their coins, so they want more cut of their own coin. And then only 20% to miners. And further on down, they want to actually, some people are suggesting, drop it to 10% of the miners. So miners will go from 50% down to potentially 20 or even 10% of what they're actually getting in the block value. Now, what they're telling us here is we have only about individual of 1,200 miners earning about 3,600 Firo a day or 108,000 Firo a month, or 50% of the new supply. We're seeing similar issues with coins such as tokenomics launched at roughly the same time as, for example, Zcash, Beam, Grin, with an even more aggressive token emission schedule, has also languished. Coins that have been a privacy focus but a faster accelerated token emission, such as ARRRs or R, you know, like the pirate coin or something. I don't really know what that is, but I'm calling it the pirate coin for now on. Almost fully associated within 2 years, no longer has selling pressure from miners. So they're saying it's all the selling pressure. Miners are mining it, they're selling it, and that's keeping their token down. It may be prudent for the community to weigh on this and how much. Okay, where is this? Yada, yada, yada. Master nodes reward 11% currently. The next halving expected to drop. Let's see what's going on here. There's another big part in here. I can't remember where it is. Depreciation. I don't know where. This is the video. The guy did a video on it. He pretty much goes through all this in his video on YouTube. Depreciation, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, as we know, I can't remember what that other part is. He was talking about, obviously, they're paying too much to miners. Miners are coming. Oh, it's something to do with LHR cards. Where is it? More profitable in LHR. Just got to find the LHR part. Yada, yada. Cost of voting. Am I blind? You guys seen it and I just can't? Oh, maybe it's on here. Affected. I can't find that part now. Oh my god. Oh, right here. So with our strong focus on having Firo, here it is, guys. So with our strong focus on having Firo to be mined by community hardware, it also often of lack of loyalty to the project, with many miners just opportunistically, you know, opportune, it's more profitable, they want to mine it. Mining Firo as it's one of the more profitable coins, especially on LHR cards. It's a profitable coin, guys. You know what? I'm just going to type in 83070s here. These aren't LHR, but I'm scrolling down. Firo, how profitable are you? Oh my gosh. Are you really that? Did I pass you? You're at the bottom? What the heck? Oh, wow. Okay, so Firo is way down here. So being a profitable coin, $1.17 compared to, look at all the coins above it. So obviously miners aren't mining it because, but yes, it is a very low amount of miners are mining it, and they're getting 50% of the block reward. So it kind of makes sense. I haven't really mined Firo myself, but actually looking into Firo prices, look at this, Firo prices. I don't know what Firo actually, you know, stands for, anything like that. But if you go to, like, say, CoinMarketCap, we're going to look at the price of Firo here. We're going to go to all-time high. Now, look at its current price. It is sitting at $4.64 or so. Can you see that? We can look at $4.64. You know, this year it didn't even hit its, here's its big peak this year, $17. Back in 2017, it did rock right up to, I can't get there, it's such a small of a peak. It's so thin, it was like there for an hour maybe, so above 100. But the price was higher pre-2017 than it is now. In my honest opinion, this is like a dying coin. They should probably just give up, but that's just me. I don't really know what Firo stands for. Obviously, they said it's a privacy coin and stuff, but you know, even in the latest bull run, it didn't see any huge price potential, and it's literally lower now than when it was before the big 2017 bull run. So yeah, Firo, not looking good for you guys, buddy. Not looking good. I think that coin's probably going to be gone soon, but so it's not really a big thing. But a lot of people are mining it. Well, not a lot of people, but I know a few of you guys have been talking about Firo in the past, especially since it went Firo Pow and all this. That's what I don't get sense. What happened within 4 months? Look what happened 4 months ago. If you're unfamiliar, what happened? They did do that hard fork to Firo Power. And this is what they quoted. We have always been big fans of proof of work's ability to tie the value of a virtual currency to the real world, along with a way to distribute Firo's supply in a fair and decentralized manner, free from restrictions. Fast forward to 4 months right now, they want to get rid of all the miners by dropping, you know, 30 to 40% of their profitabilities or block rewards down to only 10 or 20%. Right now it's listed at 20%, but you know, like I said, some people are saying 10%. You know, everyone wants to get rid of the miners on all these coins. We're seeing this in more and more coins. Actually, they do want to move to a proof of stake thing. So what is the future of proof of work? You know, it's not looking good. A lot of coins are starting to switch over, but at the same time, you know, that does add into a lot of a centralized type of argument. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. I don't know. I've never mined Firo myself. Have you guys? R is actually pirate chain. Yeah, you just say that because I said they're pirates, or is it literally called a pirate chain? Is there a chain called pirate chain and like R? That's awesome, actually. The way those are worded out. Cool. Do we have any ads here? At Rabid Mining, end the solo journey. Get that ripper. Oh, I know. I need the solar journey to get that ripper. Oh, honestly. But let's take a look at my solar stuff here. Solo stuff, not solar. 0 blocks. I'm at 22% luck, guys. 22% luck. This is my address. You know, if you want to mine to me, you know, much appreciated. I'm going to put this in here. Solo, 2 miners. That's my address. Need some help. I'm just kidding. Don't mind me, guys. I'll hit this block. I'll do it eventually. It's only been almost a month. You know, I got 4 months to be as profitable as a pool, and you actually, you know what, it might be 4.5 months to be as profitable because that difficulty on Ethereum is constantly going up and away. Let's just see, what are we looking at in terms of hash rate on Ethereum right now? Ethereum hash rate, oh, it's down a little bit, 1 petahash, slightly above 1 petahash. So it's up and down, but yeah, we're over 1 petahash. Hash rate is constantly going up. I'm on the wrong screen so you guys can see stuff. Now I'm back on this screen. Oh, constant battle with my own switch and stuff here. So the dev team wants to make more money selling Firo and are angry the miners aren't hodling it. I've got 0.3 Firo. Yeah, pretty much there. But oh, that's one thing I wanted to put out here. They pretty much said that. Actually, what I think they actually said here was, where is it? Because we know what makes a good coin. Obviously, it's use cases, using the coin. And I'm not going to run through this article again. I was going to make a video on it with all these points, but I haven't got around to it. So I figured I'd just throw it in this live stream. But overall, they're saying miners, you know, they're calling too much selling issues, and that's what's keeping their coin down. Their coin's been down since 2017. It hasn't gone back up really. So, you know, last 4 or 5 years, it's all the miners issues is what's going on here. No, it's probably just a failed chain. You know, we'll see what happens in the future if they fix them. But they're telling everyone they would rather, you know, just have their coin, hodl it, never use your coins, and that's, you know, that's their future. Proof of stake, buy their coin, hodl it, never use it. What kind of use case is that? What kind of use is that? That is no use whatsoever. Zero, none. So yeah, that's their game plan. Everyone, we're going to go to proof of stake. We're getting rid of the miners. And, you know, we want you to hold on to our coin and never use it. It's pretty much going to be a number in a wallet. And that's all it's ever going to be, is what they're kind of saying long term is the future of their chain. I don't know. Not looking too good in my eyes. But again, you know, if you obviously, I never looked into Firo itself to see what it even stands for. It looks a little privacy thing. But other than that, you know, I don't think anything can beat XMR in terms of privacy. But who knows? POS can't cure cancer. Proof of useful work can. My money's on Flux. See, that's another thing. Oh, thank you very much for the 30 NT meow. Some people have been talking as well. Like Flux is trying to do a lot of things, get into a lot of things, and the proof of useful work is a great aspect, but no one really knows what proof of useful work really is yet. Now, there's been speculation, like, yeah, it could be a big rendering thing. Say Hollywood goes out there, they put in a massive crypto bid on getting all these people with their GPUs linked up to the service, and, you know, everyone could render out this movie with their GPUs, CPUs, whatever, really fast. So it's nice, useful work used in a world, you know, editing type of environment, which, yeah, is good. But at the other side, you know, there's a lot of chains that got to intermix into things, and, you know, there's a lot of speculation saying a lot of the chains aren't even going to be able to support all this, and, you know, proof of useful work might just turn into a better, more efficient type of algorithm. So there's still a lot of speculation moving around of what exactly is proof of useful work, because it doesn't really seem like people know what it is. And actually myself, I don't even know what it really is yet. Looking at these different things, everybody's using that term for a different use, and some of it isn't even a change. It's just like normal proof of work, but they just added the U in it to do the exact same thing. So it's still kind of early to see what's going on here. And if Flux tries to dabble into too many things at once, you may run into issues of too many things, you know, trying to work on the chain itself, and something may backfire on them. So yes, they've been moving up really, really fast and doing great things and have a great future. But if they run into issues, the more things they take on, the more potential issues the chain and itself could run into also. So it's very interesting to see, you know, how everything's going to play out. But again, yeah, still my money's still on Flux, but we still have to see what happens. Hopefully it can take off, because its current state right now, like, there's no coin that's going to be able to support the hash rate that's coming in. And GPU mining, at least for a residential miner, anyone paying like over 15 cents kilowatt hour, you know, is probably going to be selling off their rigs, and it's going to be bad for anywhere from 3 to probably a couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward. Flux is absolutely amazing, yes, and they are dropping their fee to 1,000. Is it 1,000, Tech Man? Are the nodes going to be 1,000 Flux? Because what's the lowest right now? 10,000 or 5,000 or something? They're dropping to 1,000. It should be any time, like right around the corner. So I don't really know how that's going to play out, but yeah, I think it is dropping to 1,000. I have 0 Flux. I haven't mined Flux. I'm a small miner. I can't mine all these multiple things at the same time. Well, I could throw one GPU, I guess, on everything to do that, but I'm solo mining Ethereum right now, and I'm hoping to hit, like, you know, an 8,000 ETH block. We'll see what happens. Good luck. I know. Another thing, I seen a lot of comments. I did drop that RebTech 2.0 video the other day, and there's people confusing the first RebTech with the second RebTech. Now, the first RebTech, there's actually quite a few people that think it can only run AMD cards. RebTech version 1 with the AMD CPU, AMD cards only. That is not true. I had no issues running 3000 series. I believe 2000 series ran just fine as well on it. But there were issues with display and stuff showing up on the 1660 Supers and whatnot. So I believe those are the only ones that could work. So if you're one of the people that thought, you know, only AMD would work on the first version of those RebTech motherboards, that is false. 3000 series will work just fine. 2000 series as well. And I think the issues were the 1660s and whatnot. And maybe the 1070s, I don't know. I don't have any of those cards to test. I'm hoping for a 1660 to show up to plug one of those into the new version to see if it's getting display and everything. But still, I can't do that test. Solo mining hits largest ETH block. Yes, that would be awesome. That's gonna be me. I hit the largest ETH block solo in the history of Ethereum mining. Imagine the type that would be an awesome video. But you know, oh, the chances. I'm not running any AMD on my older RevTechs anymore. There you go. You're not running any AMDs. They're all NVIDIA. So there you go. NVIDIA. I don't know. I saw past live streams last week and a few video comments and stuff that I got that there's people telling people that, you know, you can only run the AMD GPUs on that first version. And that's not true. So just keep that in mind. Hello, all you Rabid peeps. Rabid peeps. I'm tempted to send you a 2070. Oh, can't do it. I need to test that thing out. Let's see if it works on it. My 6x 2070 rig would not boot on the old RevTech. It wouldn't boot at all? Interesting. I don't know if they have any BIOS updates. I gotta look at that. But yeah, I thought I saw people getting 2000, so it was very interesting to play around with it and see what's going on with that. Oh, there's Serpent X and Tech. What's going on, Serpent? What's happening? How you doing? Just saying hi. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? How you doing? What we're just gonna look at now? I forget. Oh yeah, guys, AVN. Now, I wanted to like actually look into this and see how well it's gonna do, and well, it's not gonna do well. I don't want to. Do you guys play Minecraft? I don't play Minecraft. I could never get into Minecraft. I can't see myself purchasing Minecraft for $26.99 just for one map that I'd never play anyway. So I don't know, that's just me. I can't really get into it, but you know, there's a lot of people that play Minecraft. But the reason why I'm going through this on my Twitch stream there a couple days ago, we got into this subject because a lot of people were unsure, but AVN actually is in Minecraft. Now, not Minecraft as a whole, not Minecraft in a big, it's an in-game currency type of thing, but it's only on one map. That's why I said I can't see myself buying a $27 USD game, which works out to be like $32 or $33 Canadian here for just one map, I guess, that you would play on. So let's just have a look what I'm actually talking about. And here you can see AVN Network. You can now mine AVN crypto on Minecraft. The CryptoCraft Minecraft server is open. Players join the server. So it's just the one server. That's why I say the one level, the one map, the whatever. It's only on the one server. So honestly, whatever, do it. If you want to try it, try it. I wanted to try it, but then I saw I'm not buying Minecraft for this. And the other thing is, I don't know why they have Raptorium and other symbols inside of their AVN thing going on here either. Anyway, but moving on. At the moment, the only mini game with AVN rewards is Blood Rush. So you pay 20 AVN to enter Blood Rush, and you get 19 AVN for each player you kill. So if you're used to Call of Duty or something, or you know, if there's massive cheaters or something in there, you're probably going to pay your 20 AVN. As soon as you spawn, you're probably going to be dead and you're out 20 AVN. 20 AVN currently right now, obviously it's not much, seeing how a single CPU 3900X is pulling in about 700 and some of 750 or so AVN a day. So, you know, 20 AVN, just try it, whatever, try it out. But if you take everyone out, depending on how many people are there, you know, you'll get it. And if you, what if you log in and there's nobody there? You just spent 20 AVN and you're not going to get nothing back. But you know, that's one thing to do it. And I don't know why this tweet isn't loading. There's another part in here, something about hitting ore and you can mine it. One of three. Load up. This one doesn't want to load. Why doesn't that one want to load? Let's try this again. Refresh. That tweet's not loading. Why aren't you loading? Anyway, there's something about 0 point something. You can get a quick, I don't know, I think it's like 2 AVN chance for mining ore or something with a pickaxe. So you run through here, you mine some ore, you have a chance of getting AVN. So AVN, they were talking about in their white paper of being implemented as an in-game currency. So I don't know if this is the complete spec of it, but myself, I'm not buying Minecraft just to go try out some AVN. If you already have Minecraft, go for it. I do believe there's a free trial. Maybe I'll try the free trial and see if this thing works. But overall, you know, there you go. AVN is in Minecraft. Whoop-dee, big deal. I don't think it's anything major, but that's just me. You guys might try it out. I don't know. Should I try it out? Maybe I'll go on my gaming channel. I'll try the free trial of this. You know, I'll be like, look, I'm mining crypto in Minecraft. On my gaming channel, we'll, you know, try it out. But, you know, overall, yeah, there you go. AVN is officially in a video game like it said it wanted to be, but I believe it's just that one level. So you can try it out if you want. If you don't, you don't. do whatever you want to do when it comes to AVN. That's just me. Other thing we were talking about, which was very interesting. Then we started looking, you know, price predictions for AVN. How big do you think AVN could get? Because we know it's a spec mining coin. It's decent on GPUs. It's, you know, it's decent on CPUs and stuff as well. But how big, how high of a price gain could we get? Now, as we know, obviously Ravencoin is forked from Bitcoin, and then Ravencoin Classic was forked from Ravencoin. All it really did was get rid of the asset creation part that Ravencoin has, and then is trying to do whatever it's going to do. I don't even know. I never looked into it. And then from Ravencoin Classic, it forked. A fork came out, and it went to Ravencoin Lite. And then from Ravencoin Lite, it changed its name into AVN, and that's how we have AVN today. So there's a whole bunch of forks down there. It's like a fork of a fork of a fork. And then all they really did was implement asset creation that Ravencoin Lite removed. So really we're right back to what Ravencoin was in theory, except at a lot lower price point. Dual chain for mining. We got X16RT for GPUs, Minotaur X for CPUs, and depending on the difficulty in the coins, you know, it's decently profitable to mine. But will the coin go up because it's a spec mining coin? We were talking about, has a coin ever, you know, done better than what it has been forked from? And, you know, we started thinking about it. It's like, actually, there are a few coins that actually did better. Will AVN be one of them? I highly doubt it. Maximum price we could maybe see on AVN would be maybe a couple cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. But still, that's a massive boost in what we have right now. But looking into the future, will it ever hit what Ravencoin as its all-time high? And what was a Ravencoin's all-time high? I can't remember what we looked at that time. We did this all on Twitch one day. I don't know why. At Twitch streams, we come up with this crazy stuff. Always seems to pop up on them. So be sure, you know, I got the pin up there. We do some crazy stuff on Twitch, and I don't even know where we come out of right field and come up with this stuff. But let's just look at Ravencoin price. We're going to look at the all-time high and see how high Ravencoin recently got, because I'm not actually 100% sure where it hit. Can you guys see this? Mostly. Try that one. So Ravencoin, let's go to max. Its all-time high was, so it hit 23 cents. Will AVN ever go past 23 cents? I really don't think so, but I guess there's always the possibility if it does something. I haven't really heard of Ravencoin doing much lately, but there's a lot more backing behind Ravencoin and stuff than, you know, AVN and stuff currently has. But will it ever go above that? I highly doubt it. But then looking back, has any other coin done better than what it was forked from? And yes, Ethereum Classic, obviously, it's the original chain of Ethereum. Ethereum that we know of today that we're all mining, it's a fork of Ethereum, and then Ethereum Classic became Ethereum became Ethereum Classic, and now we have Ethereum. So Ethereum that we're mining today and is, you know, a massive coin is a fork of Ethereum Classic. So yes, that one did do better. We were looking at what was it? XMR. XMR is actually a fork from like 2013 or 14 we were looking at, of Bybit or something, I think it was. And obviously that coin is not anywhere near. And XMR is, you know, this massive privacy coin powerhouse that it is today. It's known for, you know, it's the king of privacy. It did better than what it was forked from. So there is potential for the forks of coins to do better. But in case of these type of coins, I don't think it's going to happen. But hey, you never know. It could happen. It all comes down to, I guess, exchanges, you know, use case. We got to look in, is this coin doing more than what the other coin is doing? Does it have more potential to do what this is doing? Stuff like that. So we got to keep that in mind. And AVN, you know, it has the potential to possibly do it, but I don't know if it actually will. So we're at Ravencoin actually peaked higher. BTC value 0.0 end of March 2019. Has nothing to do with the point you're making, so disregard. That's okay. It was higher. Okay, we're still talking about, will AVN ever do better than its, you know, what it was forked from? I don't think it ever will. But in terms of profitability and mining, you know, you can swap it into another coin. You can swap it to whatever you want, to the coin you actually want to, you know, boost up in the future. But, you know, in terms of will it do better, I don't think it will. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it'll do better? What's your guys' chance? 10 cent AVN would be amazing. Yeah, well, 10 cents would be absolutely amazing, 100%. But it could have the potential. We don't know what future bull runs are going to look like. As we know, if you guys looked at the past Bitcoin, like look at history, guys. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin price. Let's take a look at the cycles type of thing. Now, a lot of people say cycles is no longer a thing. I'm still basing everything off the cycles. I ignore what's actually happening in the world, and the cycles are still fairly coming close to what everything in the past has been doing by completely ignoring everything that's happening in the world. So if we look at here, implementation 2017, Bitcoin hit, well, 17 something, whatever. I don't know where the peak is. 19.4. Okay, 19.4. 4 years goes by. The Bitcoin halving happened like right in this area here. And then boom. And then we had the Bitcoin halving happen around here. Boom. And look how big of a jump that is. And that's why a lot of these predictions are coming out. Bitcoin after the next halving is when I really think the next, huge bull run will happen again. And if we look at any time past here, what month is this now? 12, 15. What is it? Oh, that's December-ish. So November, December. And I got to zoom in on this part because I can't see. Zoop. Zip. So when was the actual low? December 26. Was that the big low? Is that December? Am I getting this right? 2018, 12/12. December 12th was the low. I thought it was in March or something. I guess I was wrong. I was thinking March or April is when we'll probably see the bottom of all this. Based on this, I thought it was in March somewhere, but I guess it was in December, so that's already off. But we can talk about extending it a bit. I was figuring March, which is next month, to April, if it's extended a bit, is when we'll probably see the low. I expect, crypto in general as a market to keep coming down until like March or April, and then we'll slowly start to see it even out and potentially start building up again for these next little pumps based on history. Remember, a lot of stuff is happening in the world. I just ignore everything and I just look at the past because history always repeats itself. So I still think we have a couple months of the red with the odd spikes coming up. Remember, not financial advice, and I'm not a trader. Whenever I trade, I lose, so keep that in mind as well. These are just what I think is potential of what's happening. So I think we have a couple months of being in the red still. We're not at the bottom yet. We're going to have some more tests. It's going to drop. Serpent X is obviously way better at this than I am. So watch him and he'll probably fully exclusive this to you guys. But this is just what I think. I think March, April, we'll see the bottom and then we'll slowly start to, run steady for a couple months. And then we'll start to see, big up and downs until the next halving. And then we're probably going to see, another massive way up here somewhere. Like kaboom, explosion a few months after the next halving. That's just what I'm thinking is going to happen. But is it going to happen? No idea. No idea whatsoever. You never know. Exactly. You never know what will happen. I'm just going off history, guys. If you just, open up your mind, forget what Warren Buffett says, forget what O'Toole says, forget what Biden says, and just look at straight history. Obviously, the jumps and gaps are a lot bigger than what they were in 2017 to 2024, but I think it's still following the same type of infrastructure, and it's just going to keep doing the same thing until eventually Bitcoin is no longer minted by mining. It's only going to be transactions, and at that point in time, who knows where Bitcoin's going to be ending up there? We're going to be at 5 million a coin, 1 million a coin. That's absolutely insane. But yeah, that's just me. Is on a rampage. What do you mean I'm on a rampage? I'm not on any rampage. I'm full of energy. We're pumped. We're psyched. We're talking about stuff. Oh no, what is this? Oh, I just got my TELUS bill. That's the internet bill. We pay so much for internet here. It's intense. Crazy. All right. Do we have any questions, guys? What do you guys talk about? What's up? Joined in late. Hey, Nicholas Lanley. No problem. DJ Mines. I see you rolled on in. Paul Doherty, they knew ASICs were being developed for ETH years ago and didn't switch to ProgPow because they didn't actually care about the environment or decentralization or things beside personal enrichment. Now, what is that? Yeah, Ethereum considered ProgPow. That's true. ProgPow is actually pretty hard on your GPUs. And KPow, obviously, it's a version of ProgPow. If you're unfamiliar, Ravencoin does slightly change hash rates. I think there's like 5 little mini algorithms in there. So if you just go straight up there and you notice, one day you're down, 1 or 2 mega hash or something, that's fine. That is actually normal. It will go back up. Ravencoin does have a minor hash rate fluctuation by swapping between, a couple different algorithms within it. So that's one thing KPow does do that keeps it ASIC resistant and whatnot. Upgraded from a 9900K to a 5900X, but was just, oh, you upgraded to a Ryzen. Nice. You're gonna notice a nice difference on those, especially for CPU buying. That's a sweet PC or CPU. I love those Ryzens. They're amazing. Gigabit for T15. Anywhere near $90 for gigabyte internet connection there. What? Oh yeah. See, I don't know if I talked about this last stream or not, but what do you guys think about these things? Like seriously, ASIC miner value. I bring this up every stream, but I'm still, you know, there's always the new people swapping in. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button as well. Everything else that goes along with it. But look at this thing. Where's that eth+ miner? I know some of you guys that watch this, you know which one I'm going to. If I can find it, if I know how to spell eth+, I'll just go eth. There's the X4, but what about this guy right here? Look at this thing. Do you see that? Besides it, you know, obviously it's for a server, 1U, but 520 mega hash, guys. 240 watts. How come there isn't videos and how, I don't know. There's not much information on this. Is this thing legit? Like, you seriously have half a gigahash for only 240 watts here. There's no other ASIC, no GPU, no nothing that comes close to the efficiency of this monster right here. That's like 1.1 or no, 2.1 or 2.2 hash to watt ratio out of this thing. So yeah, we worked this out in that Twitch stream, and this is crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Now, if Ethereum gets extended, no, I want like 40 of these things. Oh, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. That hash rate. Oh my gosh. Fiber and I can't get fiber where I am at. I wish I could get fiber. I can't. My internet is 50 down and 10 up. And I think for streaming and stuff, I only get like 6 up realistically. 5.5, 6. So my internet sucks. And I pay like $98 a month for horrible internet. Because I'm out in the country and stuff, and that's all I get. And we just got Telesen before I was using ExploreNet. That was 50 down and only 1 megabytes up for $100 a month. Yeah, our internet is horrible. Boscoin did a review on one for real? I did not know that. I tried looking them up. I didn't see anybody having anything on them. It's very, very interesting. We'll see what happens though. Yes, it's real. I was going to get 4 of them, but with the eth merge coming, I decided. Oh, really? You're going to get 4? Nice, nice. I've been trying to talk to like Jingle Mining and stuff, see if I could like try one of those bad boys out. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. That'd be absolutely amazing. But yeah, you know, I always try these things, but I never, you know, get the responses. But you know what? If you don't try, then you're never going to succeed. I can finally get fiber in my area, but it's slower and more expensive than cable. So what? Really? What kind of fiber is slower than cable? That's insane. I did not know about America. America! These 140 millimeter B-Gear fans I put on the L3 Plus, and these have been doing fantastic. And they found a permanent home for sure. Oh, nice, nice. You slapped 140s on there, huh? That's right. Awesome. 500 down, 500 up for 30 euro in France. I don't know how you guys pay so much. 500 down and 500 up for 30 euros. So that'd be about $60 here, but oh my gosh, that's $30 cheaper than what I pay, and I only get 50 down and 10 up. That's absolutely retarded. How about our cell phone plans? Like, I know in the States you guys are cheap. Do you know what, like our cell phone plans? I don't even know what our plan is. Like text, calling, I think only like 4 gigabytes of data or something. It's like $100. Like Canada is absolutely, oh, and they say, oh, inflation and this. No, it's not. It's our companies are ripping us off and the government's getting a side cut for it, is what's probably happening. Oh, I probably was not allowed to say that. Uh-oh. If I'm not here tomorrow, guys, I'm sorry. You may end up with a black screen. Yeah. Gigabyte fiber here too. Nice, nice. Fiber here in NC. 1 gigabyte up, 1 gigabyte down. $77. Wow, you guys have amazing prices. Oh, crazy, crazy, guys. So do we have any other subjects to talk about? What is it? We've been here for an hour? Insane. Time just flies. Hey, let's look at iNodes. Speaking of seeing how you know that. Let's take a look at iNodes, guys. They are, looks like there's a new listing. Raptorn's being new listed. Let's go to their Discord because you guys are saying it's a top 10. Discord. Where is Raptorium? There we are. Announcements. So they are having a fundraiser, obviously, to try to get listed. Choose collection. Shows somewhat 20 RTM NFTs. Oh, it is a top 10 exchange. Currently top 10 constantly. So it's probably a top 9 to 11 ish. It bounces back and forth because it's saying it's a solid list of currently top 10 exchange, currently listed top 20. So it's a decent exchange, top exchange. Services most US states and allows for USD on and off ramping. So I'm not sure which one it is, but they're trying to raise, the money for this. And if you're unfamiliar, these coins, you got to pay these exchanges, to be listed on them. So they have a fundraiser here. It looks like you can do it through your iNodes as well if you want to get your payment out through them and everything else. I was not sponsored in any way to mention this. I just seen this stuff was popped up here the other day and I thought I would say it. But it looks like they're almost halfway there in terms of this. But what I really wanted to look at is I'm compounding instead of getting paid in my Zelcore wallet. I'm compounding it. And because I did do this, I just want to find, where is it? The achievements. So the achievements will drop your actual percentages down a little bit. Can you guys see it there? So compounder, it has your fee reduction of 0.05%. Because normally there's a 6% fee. Now based on everything, I have this 0.1 from no withdrawals asked for 90 days. So I'm down to 5.85%. Yes, that's not very much, but it's still down a little bit from the 6%. So, the achievements are definitely help out. I got the compounding back in. So now every payday, which is Wednesdays and Sundays, will go directly into it. But you can still maintain and keep track of it. As you look at your payments here, you can see when it was sent out, how much it was, but it just gets paid right back. It tells you right back to your onboarding address. So you can go over your transactions and compare them to your previous ones to see, if they're going up and down based on what's happening on the smart nodes itself. But that's just that. And looking at my current, where is estimated daily? So I'm currently at 478.42 estimated per day. Oh, that's the wrong screen. That I'm getting back from the smart nodes. That's almost 500. I'm trying to get up to it. The nodes will pay me 500 Raptorium daily. So I think that'd be pretty sweet. Nice number to hit. Mining wise, I just hit the 24-hour mark. So I actually wanted to see how much my rigs are pulling out of mini facile, however you pronounce it. How much Raptorium have I gotten here? So I'm sitting at 14,000. I've only been on it for about 2 or 3 days. I'm at 14,051. I need to see where I was at yesterday so I can compare how much I made in 24 hours here. Where's my notes? Branch info, yada yada. Because I was in town and I had to write this down, so I had to look up the pool. So I'm looking on my phone to see if I can find how much Raptorium was at the pool. Oh, where is it? Oh man, I can't find it. I can't find it. Where are you? 1080. So what do we got here? 1451 minus 1080 is 371. That's not very good. 371. The other day I was at 4 something, so it went down a little bit. What's going on with the Raptorium hash rate? Raptorium hash rate. No, I don't want that one either. Raptorium mining pools. Ghost Rider. Go to the search. We'll go to the big boy. How's the difficulty looking? So mini facile still sitting in 5th. 4 blocks, 23 minutes. Difficulties hanging out pretty steady, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Flock pool 65%. A lot of you guys love flock pool. I'm still trying to figure out why so many people are in flock pool, because it's not the best pool. We've seen that countless times already, but whatever. Do what you guys want. Now AVN, let's take a look at the AVN mining difficulty. AVN mining pool stats. Now we did do that last test here, and it's still dumping now. It's going back down. So where are we at here? February 10th, 0.9.91, and now we're down to 0.8. So it looks like the hash rate has been dropping off AVN. So, you may be getting decent profitabilities if you move to AVN right now. Again, the hash rate dropping could be multiple reasons. people don't believe the coin is going to do what they hope it's going to do. Maybe, I don't know. Crypto is down in general. Yeah. Did the price drop? That's a good thing we should have looked at. AVN price. Maybe the price just took a big dump. We'll see. That's a very good factor of why people quit mining. Actually, it's on the way up. It's down a little bit actually from a few days ago, but it's up 12% on the past 24 hours. So interesting. Yeah. Anyway, so AVN difficulty is down a little bit, so it may be decently profitable to mine currently right now. Hash out a few more extra coins per day because of that difficulty. But again, you know what? If you don't believe in a project, you don't think it's going to do something, you already have a bag that you're happy with, then mine something else. Myself, I'm 100% into Raptorium, not AVN, but it could be either way. They're both currently in the spec mining phase. 1060 AVN last day with 13900X art plant. Oh, nice. So yeah, that difficulty is definitely showing, but through my test, we were averaging around, what was it? It was like 750, 780. The last day we were at 680 or 690 or something because that difficulty was coming up. Now we see the difficulty down, so it looks like we're sitting around a little over 1,000 coins a day on a single 3900X. So you know, that's pretty good. Not too bad at all. BTC is under 40K again. Yeah, price is crashing. Things are dipping. I just sent you the link to Voscoin's video on the Jazz Miner. All right, Justin Miner, thank you very much. I'll have to check that out after and take a look at that thing. Very interesting indeed. That thing's, I gotta check that thing out. Like, the numbers are amazing. It's expensive, but the numbers, and you know, the way the Ethereum devs go, you know, we could still be here 2 years from now saying, oh, Ethereum's coming this year for sure. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop telling us this, Vitalik. Oh my gosh, why do you lie to us all the time? I moved from AVN to Pulsa Coin. Pulsa Coin. I don't know that one. What is Pulsa Coin? Yes, someone said earlier too something about baby coin. I do plan on looking at baby coins sometime soon. I don't know if it's super legit or not, but we'll check it out. Another one is that Dynamo coin. You guys know about Dynamo coin? HiveOS just dropped that CPU mining update there a few days ago, and I was looking into it, and there's like no hash rate on the network. So now you guys are probably going to head over there and be like, huh, I'm going to rack up all these coins. But the block reward is only like 1 coin per block. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it is. It's 23 cents a coin, I think, is the price of that Dynamo coin. Got to look into it and see what it's like. I looked at a video from about 6 months ago on YouTube of I guess it's the creator. It wasn't listed on any exchanges at the time. Maybe that's something now, so it's another 100% spec mineable coin, but I'm going to be looking into a couple new CPU mineable coins, Dynamo coin, baby coin, some other things. You know, we're going to check out some profitabilities and see how they are, because honestly, I don't know. I've never looked in at all. I'm kind of leery to download new wallets because, as you know, what was it, that Sheik coin locked into everybody's RTM wallets and stuff and started hijacking all their coins or something. So you definitely got to be careful with things like this. ETH merge by June, NVIDIA and AMD. No. Pretty much. And I'm pretty much saying no. I don't think it's going to happen. But you know, or no, they're still telling us it is. We saw earlier, based on their stuff, those dev guys that are making stuff on Ethereum, they don't have a clue. They don't know what's going on either. They're just the front man telling everyone what they think everyone wants to hear. Oh, crazy. Encrypt your wallets. Yes, you do that too. Definitely encrypt your wallets, guys. Make sure they're safe. Put it on something different. Keep tester wallets all by itself on a totally tester system for initial tests as well. I guess would be a good thing. I tell you this, and then I go ahead and put it on my workstation. Everything's gone. I'll be like, guys, remember I just told you about this? Well, I failed. That's what I usually do. Don't do what I do. Oh. I think the Ravencoin Lite hack was able to do just that because no encryption. Oh, is that what it was? Sheet with Ravencoin Lite? Is that what it was? Because yeah, they all used the core wallet. I thought it was affecting Raptorium wallets as well because it was core. Maybe it was only Ravencoin Lite. I don't even know. Maybe it was only Ravencoin Lite. Is that what all it was? That's all that was affected with the Sheetcoin thing was Ravencoin Lite. What is a good 1000-watt PSU model? Dakota Miner. What? I guess like ATX PSU. Let's have a look. ATX. How much is the? I don't even know how much this thing is. Dark Base Pro. I don't know. Do they have 1,000 watt? Be quiet. Dark Base Pro 11,000 watt. No. They have a 1,200 watt. I know. Is this it? Pro 12? I don't even know if this is it. How much is this thing? Whoa, this thing is expensive. Holy guacamole. Is this is this the real price? Guys? Anybody have this? $644 for, oh, that's 1,500 watts. 1,500, 1,200 watt. $464 for a 1,200 watt titanium. So platinum. A platinum titanium 1,200 watt ATX PSU is almost $500. Is that the going rate for those types of PSUs now? That seems crazy. Is that really what they're worth now for a platinum? It's a platinum. That's high. I tried CPU mining Dynamo coin on the Fields pool and I was getting like 6% accepted to rejected shares. Oh, really? Is rejecting that much? Ouch. Okay, interesting. I've been mining many different CPU coins. Our plan, just getting a bag of them, then move on. Yeah, get a nice rack of them, move on. Next. Hey, that's the best way to do it. You know, if one coin takes off, the other one doesn't, at least, you know, you have random coins that have the potential to do something. Corsair HX series. Corsair HX. Corsair HX series. What we got here for prices? 750 watt. 1,000 watt. 294. Yeah, I guess if this is a gold. Is this a gold? Oh, that's platinum certified. 294. Okay. Nice. You know what? I want to look at. Let's go to Kijiji Canada here. See what GPU prices and stuff are looking like. I haven't looked for a little while. Are they coming down, or you know, are all those blogs lying to us? We'll find out right now. At least in Canada. Canada's always going to be higher. We never have stock of anything. Let's look at a 3080 on Kijiji. What? No. Oh no, I don't want to post an ad. 3080 computer accessories. Go. Engage. Faster. There we go. Finally. Brand new sealed NVIDIA GeForce Gigabyte 3080 1650. No. Masai. Oh, that's 3070 Ti. 3060 $800. 3060. No, oh yeah, it's high. They're only 5 something. Yeah, GPU price is not coming down in Canada. How about mining rigs? How are mining rigs looking? Think they're coming down in price yet? Let's find out. Coming soon. Mining rig. Tech support, parts, cleaning, rebuild, buy, and sell. $99. I don't know what's going on there. They're trying to get you to click. 5700 GPUs, mining with 310 mega hash rate. $8,000. That's over a... Yeah, that's too expensive. Too much. 9 GPU rig, 450, $13,000. Okay, mining rigs are not coming down in price, guys. They're not coming down in price. Holy. What is this? 32,000. Ether mining farm. 1.1 gigahash, 3,600 watt power per rig. $32,000. People are starting to sell out some big hash rate though. Is that... What are those cases? They look kind of like an OCTOMINER. AMD Sapphire Nitro Plus 5700 XT, $850. That's actually, well, that's obviously high. Like I think MSRP of the Nitro Pluses, they're about 620, 640. So that's not too much of an asking price over, but that's still, you know, obviously a scalper price, especially for those GPUs are starting to age decently right now. 4x3060s, 650 each. EVGAs, I don't think that's too bad of a price for those, but still it's over. So there's some, oh, what do we got? A lot of ASIC miners and PSU. Antminer L3 Pluses. $5,000 for an Antminer L3 Plus. This is an Edmonton. Obviously what this guy's trying to do, he's trying to sell out his older hardware and run to the L7s, is my opinion. If he has this many Antminers and stuff, you know, he's into ASIC mining. He wants an L7. He's trying to cash out inefficient stuff compared to the L7. And upgrade, obviously, by the looks of things of that. And at that price, you has to sell like what? 4 of those things? Crazy. yeah, so prices are not really coming down at all yet. At least in Canada. Some people in the States maybe. A little below the one you saw for 8,000. What was in there? Let's go back over there. What was Serpent saying? What was it? Towards the top, a little below. Scroll up, scroll up. No, wait. Okay, I'm scrolling up. What'd you see? What's going on? Okay, what are we looking at, Serpent? Sorry, there's a little delay. I missed it. Let me scroll up here and see what you saw. No, wait. Scroll up. There's pic. Oh, of your rig? One of these are your rig pictures? Serpent. Okay, which one is this? Let's try to find it. Tell me when to stop. 13.5. This one right here? Is this you? This? .460 mega hash. Think Vision monitor. Is that one of your pictures? Is that you? Okay, it's not. Okay, that was a close call. Someone's almost ripping off Serpent here. We don't want that stuff happening around these parts. You know, that's very well could be happening. Let's try a fast forward. What else do we got? ASICs, amp miners. Fast forward one more. Stingy, thank you very much for the 50 knock from where is it? Romania? No, you're not Romania. That's RevTech. Oh, Norwegian. Yes, Norwegian. You're Norwegian. My goal is to sleep in Rabid Mining basement. That's my last thing on my list. I will, of course, pay him 2 Bitcoin for one sleepover. Oh, hey, you know what? 2 Bitcoin. Get on over. I'll start arranging for you. Get on that plane. Get over here. 2 Bitcoin sold. Yeah, sleepover. I heard you. Oh yeah, you said skeepover, but yeah, I know what you meant. I know you meant sleepover. Head on over. 2 Bitcoin done. You know what? Stay for a week. Stay for a month. Used mining rig, buying and selling, consulting services. What else we got here? Anything else? Canada's horrible. Nothing. I don't like. You know what? Do we even have like? I know in the States in some parts there's a lot of AMD cards available in store that no one's buying. Obviously you might be in a state where they're not available and you're like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Just people are saying there's a lot of AMD cards. In Canada, that's not the case. Let's just look at Memory Express. Memory Express. Let's have a quick look at Memory Express here. No, I don't want any of that. Let's look at like a 6600 XT. Do they have any? Search. There's one in stock here. There's a XFX. Oh, XFX also Sword 210 60s. 6600 XT. Interesting. There's actually they got a GPU in stock. $700 though. I'm having a heart attack, guys. Hold on. I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, I'm not paying $700 for a 6600 XT. That's insane. Like, that's more expensive than a 3070. What? 2 BTC equals sleepover. Are you able to fix some red panda? Oh my gosh. What is going on with this panda water? Insane. You guys are crazy. Absolutely crazy. We've been speaking about the what to mine for CPU mining. So we're getting a couple steps closer. We're getting the background databases and stuff together. So pretty soon we may be getting the testing phases on the website here. If you're unfamiliar, rabidmining.com, obviously. But the what to mine of CPUs will be available on my website once we get it, together. We got a few coins together. It's pulling from databases. We got a few database stuff to set up. But when it's done, obviously I'm gonna let you guys know. But we're fairly close in terms of hitting the beta test and seeing how accurate and stuff the CPU mining profitability calculator is going to be on the website here. So still coming if any of you guys were curious about that. 66 or 6800 XT. Let's find out. 6800 XT. Boom. They're available. 1500. Oh, Asus. Is this one any good? Anybody know? I don't have any 6000 series GPU, so I'm actually interested. Is this a decent price? $1,500 for a 6800 XT. Where's good old what to mine? 6800 XT, where are you? 6800. There you are. Calculate. Engage. Adjust my screen. That one good? There, we'll try that one. Let's roll that. 6800 XT. We got Ethereum 64 to 150. That's kind of high on the old Ethereum power. Oh, the Meg's not the greatest on Ergo, so that's not too great. 200 watts, 33. I don't know. How good is this? How good is this thing, guys? You guys recommend this GPU? Should be at least 850 USD, but I seen 1200. So what if I take, what's this price here? So 1500 Canadian. Let's just do a 1500 CAD to USD and adjust my screen again. So that's 1177 USD. So that's way too expensive by the looks of things. So that'd be $1,177 USD. So obviously that's overpriced according to those numbers. Wow. Okay, yeah. Expensive. What about 67? Looks like there are AMD cards available here. They're expensive. Memory Express, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to us? So what's the cheapest one here? Minus the mech. Now I don't know. Serpent, can you confirm or deny? How's the mech versions of the 6000 series? Because I know, like with the 5000 series and stuff, the mechs were, you know, one of the worst GPUs you wanted to get because of the overheating issues. And, you know, they just weren't that great for cooling. But on the 6000 series, are the mechs, did they fix that? I don't know. I don't know anything about the 6000 series. I don't have one to ever try. But what's the cheapest one here? $999. 6700 XT dual fan. Sure, it only has 3 stars, but usually when it comes to mining, you only need the cheapest version. But with the AMD GPUs, I highly recommend obviously the Nitros and the Sapphires. They got the dual BIOS switches. I believe XFX does as well, and Red Devils. But the best coolers are usually them Sapphires and those Nitros and Nitro Pluses. They're awesome. And the Pulse, I think it is. I said non-LHR, 1100 to 1300 in Ohio, USA for 6800. So that's around, I guess, 1177's in that range. So I guess not too bad, but expensive. So what's 999? Let's try 999 Canadian. That's the cheapest for that. Boom. 784 USD. So that's like $784 for a 6700 XT. Yeah, I don't know. I need to see more numbers on how these things perform. What to mine, you know, it has a margin of error. You can usually get a little more mega hash for less power than what to mine is telling us, but is it enough to actually put that mega hash over the wattage? When it comes to Ergo and GPUs, you should have a higher mega hash number than you do for, you know, the wattage that you're using. And then, you know, at the least makes it decent for Ergo mining. Yeah, it is fixed on the mech, but because memory is locked at 2150 and no AMD mods allowed, it doesn't get to those levels, temps, blah, blah, it doesn't get to them. Okay, interesting. All right, so I guess the mech is okay when it comes to 6000 series. Eagle 6600 runs low watt and cold. 6600 XT, 32F plus, 1000 ton, 75 watts. Who do more? What? I'm assuming Kiss. Oh wait, that's a 6600 XT. Never mind. That's not bad actually. You think about it. Plus 1000 ton. 32F plus 1000. What is going on here? 32F. D-miners, what's going on? What's happening? Is 3070 FE perfectly fine for mining without needing to repace, etc.? Yes, the 3070s just found it just fine. The 3060 Ti, 3070s, those GPUs, they just use GDDR6 memory, not the GDDR6X, which is getting which run a lot hotter, which is what you find in like the 3070 Ti's, the 3080s, 3080 Ti's, 3090s. Those are usually the ones, depending on the brand, that did need the new thermal pads, because just that memory in general just runs hotter. But the 3070s and stuff, you should be just fine. Let's just have a look actually. How's my 3070 running here? Is this the right screen? Oh, I got a malfunction going on here. Dead GPU, just kidding. So that's my AMD rig, not too much going on there. Here's the NVIDIA rig. Here's the 3070 Founders. The core is at 56 degrees, but I've never seen that thing throttle myself. And then obviously we got the CPU rigs. Let's look at the temperatures. I haven't looked at temperatures on these actually for a while. So rig 1 and rig 2 for my CPU rigs, they're running NHD 15 coolers. And as you can see, we're at 46 degrees. That's an NHD 15 rig 1, and rig 2 is hanging out at 48 degrees. So 48, 46 degrees, sub 50 temperatures. Now everything else is running on the stock Wrath Prism coolers. So you can see 54 degrees. That's actually not too bad. That's a stock cooler that came with the CPU. 52, 52. Rig 9 and 10. These are 3950Xs. 54 degrees. The Wraith Prism cooler, which comes with these 3950X, 3900X CPUs, is keeping this 3950X, within, good temperatures, 100%. So having to upgrade to something like I have on rig 1 or 2 with this, which is the NHD 15, obviously not needed for CPU mining. But if you do decide to overclock, up to 4.2, 4.4, start hitting 1.25, 1.28 volts or something on there, you're going to need one of these coolers. You're also going to need a more expensive motherboard in the X570 range, because your VRAM temps and everything on those cheap motherboards are definitely going to start overheating. Yeah. Boom, boom, up. Almost. You want to take this upstairs? All right, take that up, put it in the fridge.
So hot.
It is not. It's still cool. What? I can't look at it right now. I'll have to look at it after, okay? I know. Okay, sorry guys. Well, yeah, you can eat that now. I showed it. She took the bacon away. Stingy, if you're there, the bacon is now gone. Little one came, grabbed it. She wants to eat it all. Just to mine, you can undervolt it lower after mining the BIOS with more power tool, and it goes down another 20 watts. So 6600 you can? What? Oh, just the miner. What just the miner say? I was getting 62 megahertz, 130 watts on the 6800 XT on S, software water, same as my 3070 FTW non-LHR. Can get B550 motherboards cheap because of must-buy bundle deals to get what you actually want. So I was thinking about doing a test CPU mining rig here, and I went into PC Part Picker. Check this out. Just to find the cheapest parts possible. And, I was curious. I wonder if throw this all together if you run efficiently. That's why I like to say when you run efficiently, you can run all the cheap parts. Like, you don't need the high VRAMs on the motherboard and all this stuff in order to play out. So let's go to save parts, cheap CPU miner. This is the 5900X. So it looks like $1,000 is still what it would take to build one of these. Oh wait, this isn't the one. Maybe it was a 5950X. Is this the one? Or maybe it's a cheap 5950X. Yeah, this might be the one. What? This isn't even it. Oh, it didn't save. So I'm gonna have to fix this up now. So let's just go into here. I just went to the motherboards. I just went cheapest motherboard. Boom, $59. ASRock B550 HDB add. Get rid of. Okay, that one's in there. So now we only have a $59 motherboard with a $40 rebate, $99 base. But I think you can get away with using this cheap stuff. Now, the issues you're gonna have with these really cheap motherboards here is you may have to flash the BIOS first. Now, I'm hoping majority of them have newer ones, but depending how long these things have been sitting on the shelves, it's probably gonna have an older one. So if you need to update the BIOS in order for a 5950 or something to work, you're not gonna be able to do that unless you have like a 3000 series CPU or something to put in it first. But I was looking through here. I wanted to go through and pretty much get all, I don't know why it didn't save from what I did earlier, but I want to get go in there, get all the absolute cheapest parts possible. That's at the top of the list. Then put a rig together and see if it, how efficiently it runs, because that brings those rig costs down. And I've been trying to say before, just running efficiently on your CPUs, which I usually go 3.6 to about 3.8 at about 1 volt, is nice and efficient. And as well as XMP profiling your RAM turned off, you boost up your hash to watt ratio a little bit as well. But if you're running nice and efficient like that, you're just basing everything off the base clock of the CPU. You're not moving into the boost clock side of it. You don't need those more expensive parts. So as you overclock it, you start burning more power. You're also going to have to spend more money on more expensive parts for your CPU mining rig as well. So, it's almost a win-win where efficiency also makes your rig cost that much more cheaper over trying to get up to an overclock, which you do see minimal increases in terms of hash rate as well as coins mined per day at the potential for over double how much power you're actually using. So like it can range that much. I think I remember when I was doing some XMR tests, Raptorium test was one of them as well. I was over complete system over 200 watts on a 3900X at like 4.2 at 1 point something. That's your RAM, motherboard, power supply, CPU, everything. It was pushing over 200 watts, everything. And running efficiently at 3.6, I was down to anywhere from, it was averaging 97 on Raptorium, as low as 80 watts, upwards of about 110 watts. So almost a 50% power reduction for only like a couple hundred hashes different. The same thing was on XMR when mining Monero. I was upwards of 200 and some watts. I think it was 220 watts running at 15,300 hashes. I think it was, yeah, 15,300 hashes, and dropping that down to 3.6 at 1 volt. Actually, I think I was running 0.95 volts at the time. That one was stable on that. I was only at 13,600 hashes, but I was only down to 109 watts. So again, a 50% drop in power, and you know, very minimal in terms of a hash rate loss. So the hash to watt ratio was a lot higher, and it saves you on buying, you know, more expensive hardware to build out those CPU mining rigs as well. Did you look at the B-Link GTR5? No, what is it? What's the B-Link GTR5? B-Link GTR5. Powerful AMD Ryzen PT. Oh, is that the, oh, that's a mini computer thing. I think I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Try that. Oh, not even that screen. Try that one. I think I seen something about this, but I wasn't really sure what was going on. $1,200. Ryzen 9 gaming mini PC. So which one is in this thing? That's $1,200. That's probably USD as well. Yeah, it's nice, small, compact, but you could build a normal PC for cheaper than that. What CPUs in this? I'm not buying that thing now. You know, it'd be cool to check out and look at. So it's a 5900HX. Oh, that's the mobile chip. I don't think it does as well as the... Does it? I don't know. I could be wrong. I've never tried the HX chips, but 3200 DDR4. I don't know. It doesn't say what the latency is on that thing. 21 megahertz rating, graphics 8, NV2, dual. Yeah, well, you know, well, a mini PC, it's all ready to roll. Just plug it in and start going, which is cool, but it's fairly expensive, I think. Like, what is that? That's 1,249 USD. So if I went back into this, that's a 5900X. If I go to cheap CPU, 5900X, I'm at 1,000 right here. So if I was to convert this into USD, and I got some expensive parts on that one still. I didn't even make it cheap. So I'm just going to go CAD to USD. So $861 to build out a complete CPU mining rig just based on these parts here, which I can cut more costs down. I can drop this motherboard down. That's like, wow, I could drop that motherboard down like $200. So I could take this. I could probably build this rig here for $800. Plus you got to add a cheap cooler in. So probably $900, $850 to $900. You could build out a complete 5900X rigs Canadian. And this is like 1,249 USD. So it's fairly expensive. This thing's fairly expensive, but it may be great. Yeah, I never know. That's cool though. That's nice little small form factor. You could definitely stack a lot of those together. That's for sure. 5900 HX, maybe 1 kilohash. Oh, really? Is that all they do? Are they that much worse? I don't know. I have no idea. Can you get them for $490 on Amazon? Okay, $950 on Amazon. Is there any info about a 5800 X3D hash rate? I don't think so. There's no number. It's not released yet. I don't know if anyone's really leaked it yet or anything, but I'm definitely pumped up for the 7000 series CPUs. Those things are going to be absolute well, they're not going to be monsters. I don't think they're going to perform any better than what we currently have in terms of hash rates on Raptorium. We might see the odd, might get a little bit of a hash rate increase, but I think where they really shine is, like, you've been watching the channel, Haven. I think they're really going to perform more on Haven because of all that extra L3 cache. Haven uses 4 megabytes per thread, and currently we're only utilizing half of a 5950X or 16 threads on a 3900X, where having so much more Vcache, we could fully utilize one of them CPUs on Haven, and Haven could become the next most profitable CPU mining coin at that point. But still, you know, it's all speculation. It's too soon to tell how well the hash rate will do based on everything. But that's what I think is where it's going to perform the most, is on Haven with those 7,000 series. I know Haven would be so cool. Like Haven, it's just slightly less profitable than Raptorium and AVN currently, and you're only utilizing 16 threads on the 3900 and 3950X CPUs. So if you could utilize all 32 threads on a 5950X, which is what the 7000 will be, the 7950X, the 7900X, and it even sounds like there's a rumor mill that they're working on the consumer grade 24 core 7000 series. So I don't know like what they're going to call it, like 7955X, 7960X, 7990. No, can't get into 90Xs because then that's almost like Threadripper numbers. But this is supposed to be a consumer grade, not a Threadripper and Epic grade. So a 24 core CPU consumer grade is going to be pretty cool, as long as it has all the L3 cache to support everything within it. That'd be absolutely amazing. The mobile Ryzens probably don't have enough L3 cache. The 3D stacked cache probably won't make up a huge difference on chips where it's already good at the maximum threads. Yes, if you're already using maximum threads, extra L3 cache isn't going to do anything because you're already utilizing that. You're not really going to see any extra speed or anything. Maybe in single thread performance, and you know they're making the L2 cache and L1 cache, which is your fastest cache. They're making it, you know, closer together, and it's supposed to be a little less latency, so you'll see like single thread performance boosts and stuff. So you might see a little bit of extra hash rate. But in terms of L3 cache, for utilizing your CPU, if you already have your CPU fully utilized on a coin, I don't think you're going to benefit from more L3 cache, which is why Haven will get the biggest benefit out of all that extra cache, I think. And why Intel is failing in terms, even their next one, their Raptor Lake, that's set to come out. You know, they increased the cache limits and stuff, but it's still, the L3 cache is very minimal, and they're not even going to be utilizing half the CPUs on Raptorium. So, you know, those next gen Intels are not going to be the greatest in terms of the profitable CPU miners. They may be okay on like XMR or something, or AVN, they'd be all right because I believe it only uses 1 or 1.5 L3. But when it comes to Raptorium, Haven, stuff like that, those Raptor Lake CPUs are even going to be, you know, pretty much garbage. I remember dueling over dual and quad Pentium 2X Xeons with 2 megabytes L3 cache. Oh yeah, 2 megabytes, and now we got, well, some of them are at 128 megabytes now. We can see on maybe those 7900Xs or something. I don't know, I can't remember what the number is, but obviously it's gonna be crazy high and awesome. Oh, crazy. So what do we got here, guys? We probably should start wrapping this up. We got 145 viewers, 101 likes. Obviously, guys, subscribe button, thumbs up, bell notification, all that other good stuff that goes along with it. We're going to be live streaming. I might go live again on Twitch, so be sure to follow me on Twitch if you haven't yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet tonight or maybe tomorrow. I try to go back and forth, YouTube, then Twitch, YouTube, Twitch, back and forth, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I'll be back live again tomorrow, so we're going to, you know, have some more fun, talk about other stuff, continue on maybe where we left off, recap, you know, some of that Ethereum stuff. We'll see what happens, but I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. I will see you guys hopefully maybe tonight or tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. So much appreciated. Rabid out.